What is up, guys? Mr. Furious TV here again with another gameplay commentary. This time I want to tell you guys about the first time I got my speeding ticket and kind of the experience behind it and the background information of how I got my license and basically how experienced I was with the driving and basically just my story in general and how I coped, not coped with it, but how it was to me and how I reacted and all that good stuff. So I got my license when I was 16. I went to a driving school in Grafton, which is a small town where I really don't live in, but it's weird. Like where I live, it's not part of LaGrange, which I'm closer to, but I'm farther away from Grafton, what is considered Grafton. So it's a bit weird with that aspect. But I went there, got my driver's license. It was just like a small class. It was the most boring class I've ever been to. I think I had to do like 2 days every week, and it was 4 hours, and I had to do a maximum of like I don't even know how many hours, but it was pretty fucking dumb. So I got my license and I had a car already, and I wasn't that bad of a driver, just because of the fact that I drove with my temps also, and driving with your temps kind of gets you more experience. And some people just like they haven't drove at all, and when they get their temps, they don't even drive when they have their temps. So when they do get their license, it's the first time they're actually driving. So I was pretty experienced, not really experienced, but I felt pretty good behind the wheel. I knew what I was doing. I feel like I was better than the average person. But then again, maybe that's what everyone thinks. I feel like that's what everyone thinks anyway. And that's how basically most wrecks happen. But my insurance was pretty cheap also. I only had to pay like 45 bucks for my insurance because of how it was, I guess, situated and how it got added on to my insurance, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so that was only 45 bucks. And then after that, after I got my license, I started driving to my friend's house. And at first, it was fun. Driving is fun at first. Like at first, you just want to go anywhere, everywhere, and you'll drive your mom to like the grocery store just because you want to drive, and maybe not everybody, but anyway, it was fun. But after a while, it gets pretty boring. You just don't want to drive anymore, and I learned that pretty quickly after I had to drive like 40 minutes to a place every day, and it was pretty awful. But anyway, I got my license, and what happened was, let's get to the story. What happened was, I go to this school, and it's about 15 minutes away. And I would wake up every day at 7:30, and then I would go to school, and I had to be there by 7:50. And this was my junior year in high school. I'm a senior right now, and this is when I was like 17, I think, maybe 16, right before I was turning 17. And I remember I got caught going 72 and a 55. But what happens is I wake up at 7:30, and it takes me, like I said, around 15 minutes to get to school. And usually the reason I wake up that late, or I wake up around like 7:15, get ready in about 15 minutes, doesn't take me that long. And then I leave at 7:30 because like I needed more sleep, and I love sleep, so who doesn't like sleep? And that's what I did. So, and it takes me around like 5 to 10 minutes to get to my friend's house, and that's what I usually do. So I left at 7:30, I went to my friend's house, picked them up, and then I went to school. And basically the reason I made it in time within 20 minutes is because I would speed every single day. And my mom told me I would tell her that, or she just found out kind of. I feel like she knew that I drove fast. She just knew I did. And she's like, one of these days you're going to get caught, you know what I mean? You can't just keep speeding all the time and expect to get away with it. And I really didn't listen to her. I brushed it off. I'm like, oh, I'll spot the cop, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna get caught, trust me. Like, I have a good eye, you know what I mean? And I was getting cocky, and I usually would go 65 to 70 every freaking road. Not every road. Like, if it was 35, I'd go like 45 or something like that, you know what I mean? I'd be a little bit respectful. But I would go there, and then I was going down one of these roads, and it's kind of like a main road, but the state trooper pulled me over. And the reason is, like, one of my friends is like, how didn't you see him? It was like in the morning, it was kind of light out, it was like towards summer, so it was still light out in the morning around like 7:30. And the thing is, like, with these state troopers that are in Ohio, they are colored silver, or like silverish gray, so it kind of blends in with the I guess it blends in with the environment. And I wasn't really paying attention because I had my buddies in the car, and right as the state trooper passed by, I was going 72, and he hit his brakes, and I instantly knew that I was going to get pulled over. I told my friends, I'm like, yo, I'm getting pulled over right now, sorry about this, like, we're going to be late anyway. And I told them that, and they were giggling, and they didn't think we were like really were about to get pulled over. I'm like, yo, we're getting pulled over. So he turns around, and I slow down, thinking that if I slow down, you know, really quick, that I'm not going to get caught. But that didn't end up happening. He ended up coming behind me really quick, and he didn't turn on the lights right away. So I was like, oh shit, maybe I get away with it. But nope, he turned on the lights, and then I did get pulled over. He's pretty nice. He wasn't like a dickhead cop. I feel like people always think cops are dicks, but as long as you're respectful to them and you do what they ask you to do, it's not that hard to basically get on with your day within 15 minutes, you know what I mean? And I think that I was nervous too, kind of, because I was like handing him my license. I didn't know what to hand him, and like he understood. I feel like he knew that too, because I was handing him random shit that like I just didn't need to hand him. And then also I was in my JVS uniform, or my uniform for school, so I think that helped me out a little bit too. But basically after I handed him that and all that crap, I basically kind of not topped it off. I acted even more dumb too, just to kind of like act like I was sorry. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, am I gonna go to jail for this, or am I gonna get my license taken away? He's like, no, you're just gonna go to a car teens class, basically to tell you to reevaluate the rules and retell you the rules. And I already knew the rules. I was just doing it. The shit. I was doing it to go fast. You know what I mean? But after that, I basically went to a magistrate in court, and it was so stupid. Like they charged me $3 to use a credit card in court to pay for my fucking fine, which I thought was pretty stupid. But after that, I text my mom like, guess what? She's like, what? She's like, I'm like, I got a ticket. She's like, and she didn't even care too. Like I thought she was gonna be pissed at me. She's like, I told you, and I just kind of went on with the day basically. And I was like, it was pretty eye opening too. Like just don't speed, and basically that's the main thing. Just don't speed. But as always, guys, if you guys like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.